Are you telling me it's not morning already? Or it's not morning yet? Well, sorry, I haven't. I woke up this morning, feeling incredibly ill. The world is just uncomfortable today. I was really dizzy somehow. Even before opening my eyes, I still, get some kind of dizzy spells. It's like the walls are melting. It's like I have meat vision. And so I decided, yeah, I'm not going outside today. I don't care if it's Monday. Well, even if I want to work or not, I still got essays to do. I'm doing right now. So, here's something I wanted to talk about for a while. You probably read the title. Love is a pretty weird thing, especially today. You hear all sorts of different advice from everyone, and all of it, I say, is wrong. And here's why. I think loving something is an action, not just a feeling, but something you do, something you are capable of, something you have to learn. So I believe that love isn't something you get, it's something you fight for. If you actively want love, you need to be able to find it and get it from someone. But of course, love is give and take too. So you need to, here's the point, you need to be able to give it to people too. So none of the people online on YouTube, the influencers, no matter who you talk to, are gonna tell you that you have to give love to receive it. And also, it takes practice to love someone, because that sounds really dumb, and you can't buy a course telling you how to love people. But also, I think yeah, there is a lot of nonsense going on online. If you hear things like you need money, you need to look good, you need to be able to provide, I think that's irrelevant. As I said earlier, you need to be able to love someone before you will be able to receive love. You need to get out of your own head, which is something I've been doing wrong, because my world so far has been pretty small. It's only been me, really. About me, about how I feel, instead of how the people around me feel, because I don't really care about other people. I don't really care what they must be feeling. What really matters is how they make me feel, which is disgusted. And it's a cycle. Because they don't love me, or because they didn't love me or care about me, I stopped caring about them. Therefore, there is the emptiness between us. So I wanted to change that, and I hope you watching this has the audacity to change it as well. Just get out of your own head. I know if you're talking to someone you like, whether it be a boy or a girl, all you can think about is how you feel. If you make a mistake, if you mess up or stutter your words, but you should really gauge the other person's reactions instead. How they act is crucial to how you should act stepping forward. And I shaved yesterday, and now I kind of look a girl. Sorry. So, weirdly enough, dating sims are right. Or I regret saying that, it sounds so stupid, but in a dating sim, whether that be a Gal game or an Otome game, it's not about the main character. The main character is pretty much completely bland, has no real personality traits or parameters. The target, whether that be a boy or a girl, is one that the player is supposed to really focus on. They're the ones with actual personality behind them, actual dialogue, actual traits. and flags you have to check out for. Flags that are explained to you through their dialogue. They give you hints through what they're saying, so the player is forced to read what they're going through in order to know how to proceed. And I would say that it's the same for real people. In both body language and actual communication, real people also give advice subconsciously or consciously as to how you should be stepping forward. I think we as human beings are really naturally really terrible liars. Even now you can tell, like, even though I'm trying to put on a face for you guys, I really don't want to record this video. Sometimes I wonder, like, what if this is really serious, but I hope you guys are getting some kind of enjoyment or information out of this. I want to make sure that, like, you sitting in here for 5 minutes and counting isn't a waste. Now, yeah, I've always been really good at giving advice related to dating, even though, like, I've never had a girlfriend myself. But I think I'm really good with the outsider perspective, because when I give advice, I'm actively trying to make the other person's life better. But when I'm telling myself what to do, I'm actively trying to make my own life better, which is selfish. I'm not thinking, once again, about the other person I'm talking to, while I'm telling the person I'm talking to when I'm giving advice to focus on the person they're talking to. So, once again, it's my own fault that I've never been in a relationship, and I hope that it won't be your fault either. This is a really embarrassing topic to talk about. I'm kind of giving out more info than I need to, but I hope it works. I know that just by watching this video, you're not going to actually, like, instantly get a partner, get into a relationship. It's something you have to work on, something I have to work on too. And this is something that you don't have to do exclusively for relationships and job and the opportunities for relationships either. This is something you could do with other people around you, whether that be friends or family. Like, if you talk to your mom right now, you can ask her how her day has been, and you can actually, like, focus on what she's saying. And I'll give you a kind of mantra, kind of slogan to really understand how to do it. Whenever you're talking to someone, remember to devour them. Devour doesn't actually stand for anything. It's not an acronym. I literally mean, like, eat them whole. Once again, not literally. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, please. So, what I mean exactly is, like, any hint they drop for you, anything they really say, you're supposed to kind of inhale it and understand it completely, in the same way that you would understand your own feelings. And once you understand what they're talking about, you could ask them for more info or ask them how they feel, and they will happily give it to you. Because more than anything, people really want to talk about themselves. They really want to, like, explain to you how they're feeling, which is why I made this YouTube channel, which is why, like, many people, including me, are sad because they're unable to talk, especially if they're introverts, once again, like me. So I hope you give people the chance to talk about themselves more often, and that means you can just sit there and do nothing. That means that, like, people will enjoy talking to you more too, because you don't interrupt them. Or I hope you won't interrupt them. Wait for them to finish talking before doing so, because I know some people who interrupt people when they're talking to make jokes or whatever at their expense, which is horrendous. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about you. This is something you must do, no matter who you're talking to, is to actually be interested in the other person. Don't just pretend to be interested. They'll be able to tell because you're not making eye contact, or, like, you're fidgeting with something, or you're constantly looking for chances to like run away. What I mean is to literally be like completely in the moment and completely listening to what they're saying, so that way like it'll encourage them to talk more, and they will like you more for it, and you don't have to say anything if you don't really want to. Or once you really get them going, you can just sit back and watch. But of course, like, listening to people is hard work. Of course, if it wasn't hard work, we'd do it more often. And once again, it's a skill, something you have to get better at with time. But I hope that after learning this advice, you'll be able to really understand what's going on and completely like change your life, change your relationships with others. So I hope this video wasn't a waste. Thank you for sitting through this entire 11 minutes. I'll talk to you next time, hopefully when I'm not feeling so ill and when I have facial hair again. Thank you.